Thank you for listening to the Golden Hour Drip podcast with me, Logan Lee Miller. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to the Golden Hour Drip podcast. I'm your host, Logan Lee Miller, and happy December. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it is already the last month of the year. I am wearing a very festive sweater to kick off the month of December. It has this little snowman on it. I was thrifting and I found it. It reminded me of something my mom used to wear, like this aesthetic, if you will. It says, "Let it snow." It has all these like little rhinestones on it. And I actually kept thinking that they were crumbs today. And I was like brushing off my chest. I was like, oh my gosh, like, oh, that's just glitter. But this is a 3XL, okay? It looked so cozy. And in the wintertime, I'm thinking about layering. I am thinking about, being warm, if I'm going outside, if I'm going ice skating, which, by the way, the Golden Gal Network has our ice skating event next Tuesday, December 5th. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, you can find them down below. But I'm thinking about events like that. Like, we'll be outside ice skating. I want to be bundled up. I want to be able to fit things under it. And while I purchased this, it was $20. I was like, thank you, yes. All of the holiday Christmas sweaters that we're supposed to wear. Ugly Christmas sweater. Is it actually ugly, or is it just like vintage or cute? So it's up to the eye of the beholder. Is that what it's called? But yeah, I picked it out. I thought it was so cute. And I didn't have to try it on. It's a 3X. Like, come on, it's gonna fit me. So I purchased it, and today when I put it on, I was like, all right, this neck hole is so small. It has like a double neckline where I don't know if it is like factory neckline or if someone sewed it in, but it has this second neckline in it where they've like cut a red sweatshirt and then sewed it into the navy blue sweatshirt. And it is small, okay? Maybe I thought my head was like a normal size, but while I was poking my head through, I was like, oh, this is actually small. But I still think it's super cute. I was trying to think on like how to widen it because I think the aesthetic of the red and the blue is so cute. That's why I purchased it. I was like, it's a double neckline. That's adorable. And then on top of it, it has the snowman, reminding me of my mother. It's a 3X. It had green light all around. Then when I put it on, I was like, oh, the neckline's too small. Garrett, my husband, he was like, oh, like, why don't you just like cut a little V in it? And I immediately got transported back to 2016. A V? Are you kidding me? Like a little V in the neckline? Oh my gosh. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I absolutely love this sweatshirt, and I feel like I can wear it come January because it says "Let It Snow." It doesn't say Santa Claus on it. It says "Let It Snow." And I find that holidays are nice, but I don't necessarily like when you can only wear a sweatshirt or a t-shirt for that day. I have a real problem with St. Patrick's Day shirts. Like, I would not wear a bright green shirt that says "Kiss Me, I'm Irish," or "Feeling Lucky." Like, I would never wear that. Or a Halloween t-shirt that has like "Happy Halloween." Like, I'm not re-wearing those. And every year we get festive pajama pants and a top. And always the time where my t-shirt has like a penguin on it and it's like, "Let's go swimming, happy Christmas," or whatever, I wear it one day. I don't like to re-wear it. But outfits or shirts like this where it's festive, but it's not just Christmas. This could be January. This could be any time it could snow. Like, it could be snowing in May. This could be February. This could be March, okay? Or December. December 1st. I like to wear things that are not, just one day. I want to have multiple days. I want to wear it whenever I want. So I love this sweatshirt. I think it's absolutely cute. But yeah, I thought there was 31 days in November. I am an idiot, okay? I even wrote it on my calendar because every month I like plan out what I'm going to talk about, what I want my episodes to be, big events or big trips that are coming up. And I literally put November 31st. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like when I realized it was actually December 1st, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'll tell you why. Because I wanted to try something different this year, or new, or something I've never done or never even thought of that I would consider myself doing. And listen, when you try something new for the first time, you can feel embarrassed telling your friend about it, or your family, or random people on the internet. You're like, do I really want to share it? Do I want to keep it a secret? Like, what will people think? And I've always found that people are going to have an opinion no matter what. They're either going to like it or they're not going to like it, but it's an opinion nonetheless. And so it's normal to get a little nervous. You're like, should I tell people about this, or should I wait until it's successful? Do people like to see the journey, or do they even care, right? And I think it's really important to try those new things and not feel embarrassed if they go wrong. And let me tell you why. Because what's the point, okay? Like, how can people support you or see your journey or become inspired if they don't see you struggle, right? People might laugh at you. I worry about getting laughed at all the time. And I know I shouldn't. And I don't think that growing up I had imposter syndrome, because I really think that I could do anything. And my first thought is when people ask me, oh, like, can you do this? I'm like, yes, I can do anything. But deep down, I do have a little voice that says, can you actually do that? Like, can you actually do that? And it's imposter syndrome. So back in, July, I started doing vlogs May 31st, okay? I have been wanting to do a vlog for so long. And life happens. Things get in the way. Things mess up your routine. And I did vlogs all summer. I might have posted them late, but I got them up. And I loved it. And I felt like it was a great way to document video. Like, I love sitting down and doing a podcast with you every single week, but I wanted something that I would want to look back on. I love sitting down, and I actually never listened to my own podcast, but if I wanted to, at one point in time, I would want to look back at my podcast and think, oh, like, how naive, or wow, that was a great idea when it lasted, or whatever, right? And so back in July, I had already done like a month of vlogging. I was like, this is fun. I'm really late to the game, but I'm gonna get caught up by October. That was my like goal. I was like, I'm gonna have everything caught up. And so much so that I'm in the swing of things for October. November, I'm gonna prep for Vlogmas. I wanted to do Vlogmas so bad. I was like, this sounds so much fun. And as I sit here recording this podcast, I hope my first day of Vlogmas is up. I really do. Because right now, at this time, it is Thursday. The time is 8:34. Okay, I had a couple events today. I had things to do. I had a long working day. I will say my first video is not up yet, and that is okay. I'm gonna stay up and I'm gonna post it. But what has me scared is not being able to last to 25 days, or not feeling like I'm good enough, or feeling like my content is boring, or all of the other things that just get thrust upon you of you cannot do it. You are not like the others. The others were born with something special and you just don't have it. That is a lie, right? Like, nobody is special. We all are born on this earth. Some of us, yes, I will say, I am privileged. I am so privileged. I have parents who love me. I had a wonderful school. I was brought up. I got to go to college. I am so supported in that way. But what makes me different than someone else, right? Anybody else? What do they have that I don't have? They have, and usually it's these things. And it's not what you would think. It's not money. It's not time. It's not a job. It's commitment. It is grit. It is being able to be resilient and resourceful. It's not, oh my gosh, like they had more time. No, we all have the same amount of time in the day. And right now I'm not managing my time properly. Okay, I'll tell you that. And I should be able to get more done. And I have, like, the lifestyle changes that I have made, I have been able to immensely do things that I've never done before, right? Like, I've had leaps and bounds. But when I get down to it, one extra day, me thinking that there's 31 days in November, that was not going to help my planning. That was not going to help me edit another video. It could have, but it probably hasn't. You know what I'm saying? And so I have this like mental block of, all right, how am I managing my time? How can I be doing this? And I think it would be fun. We always have these expectations that it's going to be fun. It'll be easy. I know it's not going to be easy. I know I'm probably going to cry. Okay. And that I think is a rite of passage when you're going through Vlogmas. And I think that's fine. Hey, I hope that you're enjoying today's podcast episode. Just a quick interruption to let you know that Golden Hour Drip has a weekly newsletter that comes out. This has bonus content, weekly updates, and future event information. If you haven't already, go down to the show notes, click the link, and join today. Now, back to the show. I'm ready to be challenged, but here's what I'm gonna say. I'll upload a video, and if it gets a thumbs down or multiple thumbs down, or even nobody watches it, nobody has an opinion. I'm stating right now, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for YouTube, okay? Actually, I think it'll be fun, really, truly. Actually, stop this podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, please go see if I actually posted one at Logan Lee Miller. And please just give me a view, give me a like, give me a comment. I would love to hear it. But this is a challenge I'm taking on for December. Who have I shared this with? Nobody. Literally nobody. Not my husband, not my mom, not my best friend. I am petrified to share it. So I'm sharing it with you. Because we need to be challenged in different ways. We need to try new things, and we need to be stretched. I'm not being stretched by posting a podcast on Mondays and Fridays. At one point in time, I was being stretched to post a podcast every Monday. I was being stretched to make sure I had my content out on Monday. And then this past February, actually, it's crazy, it's already November. February, I started doing a double podcast. So I posted one on Friday. If you're listening to a Friday episode, thank you so much. Be sure to rate, like, subscribe, all the things. I was being challenged by putting out a second day of content. I want to continuously be challenged. I want to hone my craft. I want to learn new things. I will never, ever have as much disposable income or disposable time as I do right now. And that is not saying that my 20s are a waste of time, because if you have read The Defining Decade, you know that your 20s are some of the most important years. Go check that book out, read it, order it, wherever you can order it. It's amazing. And I know that there will never, ever be a time where I can be as selfish as I can be right now. I don't have my parents to answer to. I don't have any children to answer to. The only people I'm really answering to is my dogs and Garrett, right? And they pretty much let me do whatever I want. So I know that this is the time to push myself and to try. And there might be things that you want to do this December, or even things that you wanted to do in 2023, right? Like, we all had our goals, our New Year's resolutions, whether we shared them or not. If we kept them to ourselves, or we shared it with the world, or we made a Facebook post on this year is going to be the best year, and here's why I'm working on this. And here comes, December 1st. We have, how many days are in December? I literally don't know. Everybody has that little, cheat sheet for their freaking knuckles. I never learned that, okay? I never learned how to do the cheat math, and I've never learned how to do the cheat calendar, okay? I'm just an idiot. 31 days in December. 31 days in December. You have 31 days. What can you try in December to prepare you for January? Or even to just do for fun? Challenge yourself. How can you, end the year with a bang? And let me tell you something. The year, yes, I believe in the constellations. I believe on, the cycle around the sun. I'm not saying that the year is a joke. But what I'm saying is time is a human construct, right? We determined, okay, by the sun, the moon, the stars. I'm not saying those things are important. But really and truly, what changes December 31st to January 1st? What actually changes? Nothing. Nothing truly changes inside of our hearts, or inside of our minds, inside of our souls. Nothing. So to wait until January 1st to try something that you've never tried before, why? You can literally have a trial month in December. You know, all the promos are going to be coming on in January, right? Get a month free. Oh my gosh, no sign up fee, or try it out, whatever. Guess what? You get a trial month in December. Did you know that? It's a trial month before the new year. What can you do this month that will help you for the next year? Or even because it's your life and not a single day is promised, why wouldn't you want to be using it? Why wouldn't you want to be stretching yourself or trying new things or stepping out creatively? And that's just a side note, okay? So I, myself, will be trying to do Vlogmas. And I'm scared, okay? I am scared of the commitment, and I'm a little scared of the failure, right? You say you're gonna do something, now you have to follow through. Now you actually have to do it. And when you tell someone, now they also have an expectation over you. Because the next time you see that person, they're gonna be like, oh, how is your little project doing? And I'm like, great. Or, not doing that anymore. Fell off the wagon, you know? And people want to hear that you've fallen off the wagon. People want to hear that your life isn't going as good or as well as you thought it would be, right? Because that makes them feel better about themselves. So they're never like lifting you up. They're never being like, oh yeah, like get back on that horse. Or maybe they are so that you fall off again. But really and truly, when you tell someone or you make a statement, it can be hard to follow through because you have now like added pressure, like I have to follow through. And that honestly can almost paralyze you for even like stepping out and doing it because you don't want other people to see you fail. And so why try at all? And I really and truly think that it's okay to fail. It's okay to try things, even if it's embarrassing, because I'm not going to tell you that failing is a part of the journey and you have to fail to get to where you want to be. Yeah, I get that. Okay, thank you, motivational poster on my science teacher's wall. Like, okay, I get it. But even if you're embarrassed, like, don't do anything embarrassing ever again. Like, try harder. I don't know. Like, that's what I use for myself. When I put the pressure on and I think, you know what, we have to do this. We have to step out. We have to actually try. We have to tell someone, and it's okay if we fall flat on our face because we will know to do better next time. We will know, hey, maybe don't put that expectation on yourself. This past week, or it's been 2 weeks since Thanksgiving, I did the turkey trot. I knew last year I did 5 miles. This year I could only do 3. I still got out and I did a turkey trot. Okay, it's managing the expectations of yourself and being realistic with your goals so that you can actually achieve something. I don't know in this time period if 25 days of posting a video is going to be realistic for me. I don't have any metrics. I don't have any benchmark. I'm just going to have to find some data. I'm going to have to try and fail because that's the only way that I know I'm going to be able to rebound, or I know that I'm going to be able to readjust and try something. And maybe next year I do 12 days of Christmas, or maybe I don't vlog at all because I tried it and I hated it. Maybe, I don't know. Unless I try, unless I put something together, unless I push myself, unless I, have a time period where maybe I'm not getting all the hours of my sleep. Maybe I'm working a little harder than I've ever worked before and I have to get up early again. I have not been getting up early. You guys know this. I've been getting up at 7. Last year at this time I was getting up at 4:30. There's a difference, right? And we're gonna have these life cycles. And we're gonna have times where we have to wake up and we have to put our mind to the work and actually get it done. And we're gonna have other days where we slack off and we don't do it. How are you gonna push yourself? What is gonna fuel your fire? Right now for me, having a 25-day challenge is gonna fuel my fire and help me have the best December yet. Come December 31st, I might hate December. I might say, that was terrible. I will never do that again. But I won't know until I try. I won't know until I push myself. I won't know until I try and succeed. So I hope whatever has been put on your heart, on your mind, on your soul to try this December or maybe next January? How can you start it in December? Or how can you prepare for January? Or what can you do short term, push yourself for a simple, small little goal to see if you can do it? A challenge between you and me. I told you my challenge. Tell me yours. DM me on Instagram, comment down on this video, wherever. I would love to hear it. Or just write it on a sticky note. Okay, write it on a sticky note. Put it on your wall. It's between you and me. You can shout it out loud right now. Tell me what you're going to work on. I'll wait. Okay, I hear you. And we're going to do this together. So follow along with me on Vlogmas. Hopefully I succeed. We will see. And I'll see you in the next podcast. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, bye.